Many, many years ago, when I was much younger, I remember outside of class asking my science teacher why we cry. I understood that our eyes needed to be lubricated, I understood that they were organs designed to be wet, but what I didn't understand was why there was some, small corner of our brains that decided to connect the lowest pits of our sadness and the highest zeniths of our happiness with the act of, leaking from the eyes. And I really couldn't understand why some people were more susceptible to it than others. I rarely cry. Not out of coldness or masculinity, but rather just the fact that I get to enjoy some few core privileges. My close ones are not prone to conflict, my occasional struggles are mostly finite and manageable, and my head, most of the time, is screwed on. I cry infrequently. And if you do too, I want you to ask yourself two opposing questions. Are you blessed, and are you cursed? Do you enjoy the privileges of a stable mental health, or the pressures of a position that requires you to lock that shit up? Whatever the answer is, I think a good cry can feel quite cathartic from time to time, and today, I want to share a short list of things that make me cry. It's pretty rare that music ever really makes me cry. If it's not immediately after a breakup or something, it's gonna take something above and beyond to get me weeping. Sounds are just rarely that powerful. But there is a woman, a singular woman, it seems, and her name is Callista Days. I'm not a fan of religion. I feel like it's too often used as an excuse to spread bigotry and manipulate a lot of people all at once. And the big kicker for me is that I don't see a need for an afterlife when we're capable of so many godly concepts here on Earth. But despite my lack of faith, this voice does make me consider the contrary. There is a natural, evocative swell to gospel music. It's like the singing itself mimics the sound of struggle. You can almost feel how long she's been alive for, based on the length of the notes she hits. Something lives in her melody. If all worship looked like this, I'd probably be a religious man. And on a smaller note, even just the construction of her most viral video just feels so personal. I was made to go to church at a much younger age, and the sense of community was there. The people in this video look like they're living in and around the majesty that they're spectating. They've got a relationship that feels familial. You get this sense of simultaneous humility and pride, which is how I would feel if I was watching my brother or sister do something cool. They feel like friends and family. This unit of people feels close. And lastly, it's a black thing. Her fingers have the same visible coarseness of my grandmother's overworked hands. Their hair is the same as my mother and aunt's. Their joy is akin to my cousins and siblings. Their love is a painted reflection of my own. Another sound that has made me cry on a couple of occasions are these two lads on the subway. Human connection is incredible, and over the course of what I imagine is to be less than 20 minutes of chill jams, these two musicians bring so much joy and unity to an otherwise quiet and isolated subway cart of people. This is genuinely, without contest, my single favourite video on all of the internet. It is just so many flavours of good and fun. I love it. There are two types of videos that have made me cry with varying efficiency. pregnancy announcements, and marriage proposals. I don't really see myself having kids anytime soon, at least not like on purpose. I'm not against the idea of having kids by any means, it's just kind of... if it ain't just so hard to come. But for the people who do want kids and the women who find themselves with child, they have the unique and splendid opportunity of deciding how they want to tell the father, or the aunts, or the uncles, or the grandparents.
Are you for real pregnant? Oh my God, are you shitting me right now? Oh my God! Oh my God, are you serious? Yes!
To paraphrase the words of Leslie Knope, a couple is a team and a baby is the addition of more team players. And the visible joy that people express when coming to terms with this prospect just melts my heart.
I know that shit, no way! Get the fuck out of here!
Oh my God!
No way!
No. Right!
This face is the purest thing that lives rent-free in my brain right now. It makes me want to cry looking at it. And for the marriage proposals, my own rather unsuccessful love life has jaded me somewhat, so these videos are a bit less effective. But whenever the proposer is accepted or rejected by their proposee, something about my insides just braces for impact. These people, mostly men, feel like they are risking everything in the hopes of just some kind of fucking reciprocation, which too often felt like a fucking pipe dream for me. But it means something. When somebody gets down on one knee, it feels like a piece of them hangs in the balance, waiting to be uplifted or shattered. These will not often work more than once, but the media we consume and the stories we tell through them are some of the most evocative things I will come to experience. I cried at around age 9 when I saw the end of Titanic. I cried at around age 13 when I saw the end of Avatar: The Last Airbender, animated series specifically. And later on I would shed a tear at the likes of Tiger Kiss and Ryuji in Toradora episode 25, and when the main cast of the Sakuraso Dorm was split into two by the graduation of their classes, Sakuraso no Pet na Kanjo episode 24. The push between choking up and actually crying is a kind of difficult boundary to hit now, and modern cinema will often get me close. I'm looking at you, silent voice, but damn, if I just can't feel anymore. Did any of you guys cry at the last episode of Violet Evergarden? Let me know in the comments if you did. I got very close to crying. In fact, here's the part of the video where you can just specifically take some time. Go on, go down to the comment section. Tell me something that made you cry, or tell me something that I should watch if I feel like crying. This video, like, I'll give you the time. You can go and leave a comment while I'm talking. Yeah, like now. Preferably. I'll keep talking. Like, this section will be done by the time you finish leaving a comment, don't you worry. Okay, let's get back to the video. There's a lot of personal shit that I'm regularly a bit upset about. Romance is a really common one. To just big feelings of inadequacy, a lack of personal focus in my own pursuits, and like, my fucking beard won't grow, guys. It really fucks me up. Like, imagine being betrayed by your own chin. What the hell? But the only thing particularly personal to me that actually makes me cry frequently is my mother. She remarried a few years ago now, and I can only imagine how hard it must be writing and delivering vows for a second or third time. But there she was, with only 4 guests at her wedding stood beside my now stepfather. And I remember her saying that the only thing she regret was not meeting him sooner. She just wanted more years with the person she loved. She said, "You are my best friend and my lover, and I'm so happy that what time remains I will get to spend with you." I'm sorry, this is going to be a bit of a rant. She wore a maroon dress that day because a lot of what made a wedding feel like a wedding did not need to be present. She by no means needed to wear white. And I think of what she embodied in that moment. I know my mother in body, but not completely in mind. I don't know what love looks like to a woman who's had to watch it die like she has. I don't know whether concepts like trust and security carry the same weight, but I can see that she's found it. My mum makes me cry because she's a godly concept to me. She's a life that has been lived in, and I will never fully be able to grasp that. She makes me cry because her experience carries a weight of grace and a musing of beauty that I will never be able to properly articulate, and when I look for something good, I will always find a piece of her.
For a boy was born